Greetings, class, and welcome to Professor Macabro's Halloween Marathon. We're up to day 11 today, class, and I'm trying to shake things up, not just present to you the well-known classics, but I am trying to make an effort to share with you tales that you might not have heard before. Let me know if I'm succeeding or not. Now, let me place to you this question, class. What happens if a loved one starts experiencing, let's say, weird behavior? They start talking in tongues, or contorting their body, or even become violent to you and yours. Did you just immediately discard it as maybe a mental breakdown? Or do you consider the possibility of it being something a bit more sinister? Do you just cart your loved one away to a mental institution, or do you seek the help of a paranormal professional? And what do you do if things don't go as planned and your loved one ends up getting hurt? Do you just chalk it up at, well, part of the procedure? Or, in the culture we live in today, do you sue and press charges on the person that was trying to help you in the first place? Well, that, my friends, is what is touched upon in today's Tale of Terror. The Exorcism of Emily Rose, based on true events. Now, in horror movies, when something says it's based on true events, it is based on a case, but of course, glamorized for your entertainment in movies. Some things do happen, but of course some things are made fantastic, so that it's more enjoyable to sit your ass down on the movie theater and watch what's going on. Now, when exorcism is touched upon, you immediately think of The Exorcist. But this one takes a different approach to it. For you see, class, it does have some elements of possession, but it is mostly, and that's something that a lot of people didn't like, it is mostly a trial drama. For you see, the family of Emily Rose saw this weird behavior, reached out to a priest, and let's say the procedure didn't go that well. So, they pressed charges, and the whole movie follows people giving testimony on Emily Rose's behavior, and the jury trying to determine whether or not the priest is guilty of what he is being charged. So, a lot of people were disappointed with that. They expected a full-blown exorcist movie, and what they got is something that you would see in those Law and Order kind of TV shows. However, the parts that are based on exorcism are very creepy. I quite enjoy it. The main actress that plays Emily Rose is Dexter's sister from The Dexter Show, and she does a very good job. A much better job in this than she did in Rack. I mean, how can you do this and then do Rack? Totally different person, it would seem, but no, it's the same one. And the parts of her, the more fantastic parts anyway, of her dealing with this possession are very, very good. They're well shot, in my humble opinion, and it does show the pain and agony of someone that's going through this might experience. But because it is based on testimony, again, because it's more of a crime drama, it feels a bit disjointed, because things happen out of order. I don't know what they were trying to achieve with something like this, but the parts that are good are very good, and the trial part is interesting, because while that's 100% scary, it does make you think. In the society we live in, where anyone can sue anyone else for anything, how would you deal with something like this? As a person that's trying to help, would you avoid helping, afraid that you might get thrown to jail for basically trying to help people out, leaving the poor soul to suffer? Or do you risk it and try to follow through and save this poor person? And it also lets you see the point of view of the other party, as the family member that reached out to this person originally, and all of a sudden sees their daughter or son getting slapped, trying to remove the perceived evil. Now, I dwell in a lot of things, so I will not say that I don't believe, or I do believe, but that unfortunately rests on each of you. But if you are interested in a more reality-based horror movie with horror elements, The Exorcism of Emily Rose is a good watch. Like I said, if you're not taken aback with the trial and the lawyer drama, it's actually a very solid movie, and the parts that are scary are very effective. So, The Exorcism of Emily Rose gets a solid B+. I would highly recommend it, but again, keep an open mind. It's not 100. You can't compare it to something like The Exorcist, because that's 100% horror. This tries to give it a more down-to-earth spin, which to some people they might enjoy, others might feel disappointed. But I would still recommend that you go into it with an open mind and enjoy the good parts, and waddle through the less exciting parts, because at the end of the day, the movie does make you think. Because I feel, once again, it does show a nice middle part between one and the other. Whether you believe or you don't believe, whether you go ahead and do it and have to live with the consequences. So, highly recommend this movie. If possible, get the unrated. This version, the unrated. Since this does add certain scenes that the theatrical cut does not. Well, class, this was yet another day of Professor Macabro's Halloween Marathon. We're getting closer to Halloween, so until I see you, class, tomorrow, good evening.